So what we're going to do now is prepare our roasted vegetables. Hi. So what we're going to do now is prepare our vegetables for roasting. We've got the chicken in the oven. It's roasting. It'll take about 60 to 80 minutes, remember, so we've got some time because the vegetables are only going to take about 40 minutes. So for sure get your chicken in first and then prepare everything else. If you're in a hurry and you need to go do a bunch of other things while your dinner's cooking, you could, in theory, throw all this in with your chicken. However, it's not going to get nice and brown like it will if you do it separately. So that's why I like to do it separate. My family likes it, but we do it both ways, just depending on the time and what's going on. I like to mix it up, the potatoes with a little bit of vegetables. Makes it a little lighter, not so heavy on the starches, and that's a little bit important in my house. We like to keep it light at sometimes. But I'm also going to make a salad later on, but for now we're just going to do the vegetables. So we're going to start with some nice organic red potatoes. They add a lot of color. I leave the skin on. I very seldom take off the skin. It adds a little bit of, extra flavor for the meal, and it looks pretty too. So we're going to cut them up. We're going to cut each potato into 4 pieces. I've already cut our onion. I used a yellow onion this time, but you can use red depending on what you've got in the house. So you're just going to cut it into 4 pieces like that, nice slivers. You even can cut them in half, but if you're going to cut them in half, remember your potatoes are going to take a lot longer to cook than everything else. So we're going to do, for 1 onion, I usually do about 2 pounds of potatoes depending on how much you're cooking and how many people you're serving. Just going to put that in there. So just cutting that up. These are nice fresh potatoes. Maybe I'll do 2 more. That. There we go. Remember, a sharp knife is an essential when you're cooking. It's just very important. It makes your life a lot easier. I'm going to cut up a green pepper and a yellow pepper. You can use whatever color you like, whatever you've got in the fridge, whatever's handy. Again, I like color in my food. I'm just like that, but the more color, the better. They really, they're all the same, pretty much the same flavor, but I just like lots of color when I'm cooking. So we've got some nice green. I'm going to slice them into about, a 1/4 inch thin slices. There you go. There you go. Usually in my house when I'm cutting peppers, everybody comes. My children love green peppers. So only half of them usually make it into the actual recipe. It's really important too when you're cooking to try to stay relaxed. I know it's really hard when you're busy and you got a family and everybody's, asking you for this and for that, but try to get comfortable, put on some comfy clothes, put on some nice music, relax, surrender to the meal, and just try to put everything you've got into it, because it really makes a difference. When you're fighting it, it's a chore. But if you're enjoying yourself, it makes one of your life chores a little bit easier. There we go, cutting up taking all those seeds out. There's a nice fresh pepper. I had already washed all of these, so that's why I'm slicing them, so you're not seeing me do that. Nice thin slices. There you go. A good cutting board is also important, flat. I use wood at home, but I've got this nice plastic one here. And I'm going to cut up about 4 tomatoes in here. The tomatoes had just lots of nice juice. It's a nice mix with the olive oil that we're going to coat them in later on. So you're going to again cut these into about 4 pieces. These are smaller tomatoes. There you go. Just cut them like that. There we go. Sliding away here, my cutting board. There we go. Actually, I'll just do 1 more. And then we're going to crush the garlic on top. so that little pieces go all over the vegetables to cook. There we go. Those are done. Got lots of nice color there. I've got 3 clean garlic cloves. That should be enough for this recipe. Where's my garlic press? Right in front of me. So we're gonna just put the garlics in there. They're clean. I'm gonna crush them all over the meal. There you go. Nice. I usually have a paring knife just to cut it off at the end. Put these in here. Come up. There we go. You can really smell. It's nice fresh garlic. It's very fragrant. You just cut any extra pieces, put them in there. I love garlic. I've used it all my life. I'm raised Italian. Garlic is in just about every meal. There we go. So we've done that, and now what we're going to do is coat it with some olive oil. It's really adds nice flavor. Probably about 3 tablespoons. I usually just kind of measure with my eye. Not terribly good at measuring. And then you're going to mix it up, coat all the vegetables like that. I always put the olive oil on first to coat the vegetables before I put on any of the parsley and the salt and pepper that I'm going to use after. What happens is once it's coated, it's really going to, the salt and the pepper is going to stick and it's going to stay, and then you're going to get a nice even coating of all those spices and seasoning on your potatoes and your vegetables. And that's mixed. We're going to add some fresh parsley. You're just going to break it up, just taking the tops off. You don't want to really use the stem. Just break that up. There you go. You can really smell that. Smells great. There we go. I think I probably used about 5 or 6 sprigs there. There we go. And now we're going to put some sea salt. Just to season. And again, some fresh ground pepper, my favorite. There we go. For a variation, it's really nice to put some freshly grated Parmesan cheese on top. It adds a nice little browning if you want to change it up a bit. There we go. And now I'm going to mix it up again. And then we're just about ready. And now we're going to put it in the oven. And you're going to put it in the oven at 400 for about 40 minutes. Should be ready. Just, you know, when you, after about 35-40 minutes, check it, put a fork in the potato. The potato is the one that's going to take the longest to cook. You might, after about 20 minutes, take it out, turn it around so that all the pieces get nice and brown. They're nice and coated with olive oil. And they continue to brown and cook evenly. And that's it. And then they're ready.